Hi, this is my session 8 reflection. One of the three big themes I noticed from this week was I thought using the technologies that you have around you and kind of thinking out of the box and applying them in your classroom. The idea I'm thinking of is the Xbox Connect. It never really would have occurred to me to bring in a video game play console into my classroom and being able to have students read in front of the class with it. I thought that was really creative and awesome. I mean, granted, I don't have an Xbox Connect, but I do have a Wii. I'm sure there'd be ways for me to bring that into my classroom and help my students. So I thought that was kind of neat, just really kind of looking around you and thinking outside the box and saying, okay, well, this is what I have available to me. I already own it. How can I use it for my students? So I thought that was really neat. Another theme I got out of this week was just like patience and understanding. As educators, we should be the ones who understand what some of these students are going through. And if not, I think it's our place to go in and do a little research on, say autism or, what one of your students may have. I think you should go in and try to understand it a little more. That way you can help them and really be there for them and, give them what they need. And then the third theme I got, which is kind of wide, was social interactions. I think a lot of the devices they talked about this week, like the Dynavox and the AAC, all of them, like they really help students interact with, not only their peers, but, us teachers as well. It gives them options that they normally wouldn't have had, which I think a lot of us take for granted. So I just thought that was fantastic. The AAC that kind of converted the boy's thoughts to speech and just, showed his emotion and expressions. I thought that was really neat. I can't believe something like that even exists. I was just in awe. But yeah, so just like social interactions, having students, be able to say what they want rather than waiting around for someone to come and talk to them and ask them, they can say, okay, this is what I want. A couple of examples that stuck out to me. The one was the little boy who was playing basketball at school. It took him a couple minutes to say, I want to roll the ball or I want to shoot hoops. But, it's up to the educators or, the parents, whoever, to really stop and give him a minute and let him express himself because, they have the right to just like anybody else. Why wouldn't they? And then the other one, which I thought was really neat, was the little boy who told his mom he wanted pizza. And she's like, he's usually really, complacent. But he told me he wanted pizza and I wasn't going to give in, but I wanted to show him, I understand what you're saying to me. Thank you for telling me you want pizza. I'm going to go get you pizza. So here's your pizza. I thought that was really neat. Like, that was just so cool of her to do that. And, and then she said, we want to know what you want. Please tell us more. Tell us anything you want. So I thought that was really neat. I think just the main thing for this week was just social interactions and, just really giving learners, the ability to express themselves and say what they want and us helping them. So I think definitely I will use this in my future classrooms. And it's just some of these technologies we've been hearing about are just amazing, especially the Dynavox. I actually posted for my weekly tech blog this week. I found something that was made by Dynavox. So they have a whole range of technologies too, which is really neat. So I just think it's awesome to be learning about these new things I probably never would have come into contact with, in my own spare time, let alone I think it's, awesome that they exist and we can, kind of maybe come into contact with them before we have, maybe have a student who uses one of them, and then now we can kind of know what to expect and how to help them and give them everything that they need. So yeah, I guess that's the end of my reflections for this week, and see you next week.